Hello Flight Simmers, how's it going? Welcome to Boston everyone, and welcome back to the next full flight in the Embraer, this time the 190 in JetBlue colors, which features here a very cool special livery, the blueprint livery, which I found on FlightSim.to. Looks very stunning in my opinion. Yeah, we're testing out this aircraft once again, this time in the United States on a short flight between Boston and Philadelphia. Will roughly take us 1 hour to get there, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to fly this aircraft again. I still feel like I have lots of stuff to learn about this one, so yeah, quite curious how this flight turns out. Also, I have a very brief technical update for you. If you don't really care about this, feel free to skip ahead. I have made the timestamps in the video below. But yeah, so the technical update is I got myself a new monitor, which is a 4K monitor. However, at the moment I can't really do 4K because my system is not really up for it. So I try to record this video in 2K at least, which is like the 1440 pixels. You should have this option in YouTube. At the settings, hopefully, if everything turned out correctly, because there were quite a couple of settings which I needed to change throughout a bunch of applications, and I hope I haven't missed anything. Yeah, so hopefully this gives you a bit of a nicer viewing experience. Let me know in the comments below if you feel or see any difference. I would be very curious to hear your thoughts on it. And then, yeah, let's see. I'm planning that maybe sometime during the year I will try to upgrade my GPU as well, and then hopefully maybe we can also do 4K videos, which would be super cool. Right, so this covers the very brief technical update, and now, before jumping into the flight deck, as always, let's start with the charts. Let's put this to actually satellite. I love the satellite image here. So Boston looks like we are departing runway 09. I haven't checked with the weather yet, but I think this should work. Big right-hand turn. This New York, not really coming super close to New York, and then into Philadelphia. I also haven't checked the runways over there, so very quick flight should be at least. Here in this app we now have the Asus. FlightSim is online, but I'm not flying this aircraft online yet. I think LNAV needs to be working perfectly in order for me to fly on FlightSim. VNAV is kind of optional, but at least LNAV should be working, so I'm not really up for flying this aircraft on the network just yet. But yeah, we also have the real Asus now, which is very cool. So this is departure runway 09. Good visibility, 110 at 5. Bunch of cloud layers, 3032, 1 degree. Yeah, this should not be anything concerning. Let's check for the arrival. Arrival runway 09 right or 17. So I guess we take 09 right. 5 miles, rain. Mist, broken 1,400, broken 2,500, overcast 4,807 degrees. Okay, so it's a little bit lower visibility over at Philadelphia, but I think we can easily handle as well. Right, so this being covered, let's get to it. So here we are, and once again I am starting this flight from cold and dark, so we can fire it up together. Let's put on the batteries, put on the GPU, which always takes a second. Okay, then we continue with the emergency lights. Those are coming to armed. Let's go fast. Seatbelts non-smoking. Nav lights are on. Logo lights can come off. It's daytime. This stays off for now, and the rest is looking very good indeed. Okay, not sure why the screens are so super dark. Maybe they will get brighter in just a second. We do need to load up the aircraft. which we will do via this menu. And now this is in kilograms, but it doesn't really matter since we can use the pounds down here. And on my flight plan, I have a block fuel of 10,546, which almost got 10,630. This will work, and then we have a zero fuel weight of 81,312. It's pretty much spot on, really. It's pretty much spot on. Okay, gives us a total in here 92,130. Sim brief is 91,458. There's a slight difference, but we don't really care about the tiny little details too much at this point. So we are loaded up. I will quickly import the flight plan. There we go. Now the screens are... okay. Strange. I don't remember starting on dark screens on the last flight, but anyhow, okay. Checklist, NFD, PFD, Floodstorm, chart we don't need. Right, so that's that. Let's get the flight plan in here. So how did this work again? D-Link, no. Routes. Routes sent. Flight ID, okay, I remember. That was JetBlue 759. 759 coming in here. Sending. Flight plan received. And then I think it was on nav, which is still super unintuitive to me. And nav to me means something entirely different, but if this is how the aircraft works, maybe it works like this in real life as well, I have no idea, but yeah, nav for me is like checking nav data and entering custom waypoints and this kind of stuff, but here apparently it's used for the route, and there we got it. That's super cool. So departure, runway 09, SOX, was Red Sox probably. Apply. Arrival, and now what again was it for arrival? 09er right. Right. Let's take the ILS Zulu. No, we don't want this transition, so I just take the star, which will be the gyms, and I think this one is coming from brakes. Yes, it is. Right, apply. Okay, we will double check this in a second, just to make sure everything is really according to what we need. We continue with the performance. Oh wait, I remember when we do the departure, doesn't it fill automatically? Runway 09, conditions is try, flap 2. Calculate, manifest, flap 2, those are the speeds, takeoff 2, flex 35, trim 0.8, and now when we send it, I think it does fill automatically. Yeah, there we can see the magic happening. Okay, I think that's that's all. We will certainly double check it in just a second. That was very quick. But let's quickly continue here. So that's 320 cruise wind 249 at 73. So that's a bit of a headwind. this is okay. Next. No, we don't do this. Okay, that's fine for me. Right, performance. Yeah, departure should not be anything special. Takeoff 124, 29, 36, 23, 28, 43. It is different. That's very interesting. Only by one knot though. It's strange. Takeoff pitch 10. Takeoff inert. Runway heading is 092. Pressure altitude negative. Okay, that's a bit odd. Boston is now 110 at 8. Okay, takeoff center of gravity. I remember this is something which I really would like to change, because during the pitch the aircraft behaves a little bit weird, but I can't change it, which is a little bit unfortunate. Flex mode, temperature 33, here's 35. Why? Okay, some things are rather non-intuitive to me. But anyhow, we can't really change anything here. Here maybe 35. Okay, whatever. We're gonna roll with this. We're just gonna roll with that. Okay, and now I just want to check the flight plan briefly. So we head out to Claw, where we want to be 4,000 above max 250. And that's something that's not working in here, the VNAV constraint. Other than that, no constraints on the departure. Not sure why I'm messing up this word today. Okay, I think this is really as good as we can get it for now. So let's do some other stuff. Put on the APU. Like that. And then we'll make sure that we can go within due time. So let's close up all the doors. Jetway can disconnect. Cone safety pins, wheel shocks, yeah. Okay, GPU is a whale, which means we are on APU power, so GPU can be gone. Like that, and then we need to run some quick checklists. Okay, before start checklist to the line, pre-flight checks are completed. Fuel quantity, we have 10.7 thousand pounds on board. MCDU is set, crew oxygen is checked, altimeters are not set. Let's make sure this is inches. That's inches, and that's inches as well, and then we just do the B key and this lines it up. Looking good. Flight instruments are set, passenger signs are on, takeoff briefing is completed. Very good. Okay, then we put the auto brake to RTO. Apparently in the E-Jet that's an item you do before, or at least on the checklist which I'm using. Might be different from company to company. We do set the right trim as well. which is, according to the manifest, 0.8. That's a bit far. 0.8 is set. We put on the beacons. We have the fuel pumps are on. That's good. And I think then we are good to ask for the pushback. No de-icing.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Just remembering, I forgot the autopilot settings. So initial heading we set is 092, I believe. Yes.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Oops. This is so slow. Okay, 092 is set. Altitude is actually 5,000 for the initial climb, so that's fine. And we will go LNAV armed.
And
speed,
bypass pin inserted.
let's go 185. Just like that. Okay, transponder.
Locking gear.
Can't change that, that's really odd. Okay. Okay, and now we pull up the map over here. TCAS. Oh no, I hit something wrong. Right, we are pushing, that's very good. So we can go ahead with the engine start. Let's start with number 1. And something's not working. Ignition A, there we go. Maybe I just didn't hit the switch hard enough.
Set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
Okay, same procedure for number 2.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I'd like to direct your attention to the cabin crew in front of you.
Left is clear.
We'll be showing our
Right is
safety
clear.
demonstration and would like the next few minutes of your complete attention.
Alright, we have 2 good engine starts. So we will kill the APU. Electric pump A comes on. We set flap position 2. Okay, now there we are. I just noticed something on my control setup which I didn't like. Right, then we do a quick flight control check. For left. right, full up, full down, and rudder full left, and full right. That's checked. We'll put the flight director on. Forgot to do this earlier. Is it? It's not showing anything. That's odd. Okay, I believe that's all for the after start flow. Let's consult our checklist and see if we're right. After start, flaps are set position 2, APUs off, hydraulic system 3A is on, flight controls are checked, taxi lights are coming on in just a second. So we are looking good. Right, let's move. FPS are already coming down a little bit. That's not too good. Okay, now we will just taxi out of the ramp, right on Alpha, then left on Charlie, cross runway 04 left, and then down on Mike towards our runway. That's the plan. Okay, now we take the left on Charlie. Cross a runway, so we should put the strobes on. Yeah, crossing 04 left. Yeah, and I can really feel my computer is hard at work here. Really hard at work. Maybe I need to fine-tune my settings a little bit. But yeah, I hope this flight just works out on the settings I'm currently running. Okay, let's do ETO config. Takeoff okay, that's very good. I think transponder is already TARA, since that's pretty much the only setting we can use. Let's go sterile flight deck, strokes off for another minute. We take a right-hand turn here. We are almost on runway 09er. Right, before takeoff checklist, cabin is secure, takeoff data is reviewed, ECAS is checked, brake temperatures should be fine, takeoff config is checked, and light strobes. Yeah, let's assume we're cleared for takeoff. Right, so we're looking 81.6, which is not a lot, but I guess it's good enough to get us airborne today. LNAV is armed. We will hit the toga button to arm the auto thrust. Takeoff is armed. And yeah, I'm still wondering about the flight director. Ah, now it is activated. There it is. Right. I am looking forward to this one. Okay, where's the run? Ah, there it is, 09er. I would say we are ready to rock and roll. So timer's coming on. Quickly need to adjust my seat position a little bit. Okay. Now I'm ready. Let's add some power. Thrust is armed. Airspeed alive. Thrust is set. 81.6, even climbing a little bit. Checked. I still don't like how this aircraft comes off the ground. It feels so weird. Okay, LNAV. It kind of stops at 10 degrees and then I need to go full backstick to just keep the pitch. So I'm gonna help out with the trim a little bit. Yeah, this feels better. I really feel like next time on the departure we just go a trim of like 4.0 or something like this. I think that makes way much more sense than the one we were running just now. Not a lot of power, but oh, I forgot the gear. Oopsies. Sorry. I was like, why are we hardly climbing? Flaps 1. Let's keep it climbing as well. Okay, let's autopilot flight level change. Flaps up, speed check, flaps up. Okay, speeding up to 250. And let's go flight level 320. Right, okay, taxi lights. Yeah, so still not the smoothest departure. I still need to get better at this, but it was okay. Yeah, that's cool. That view is quite rewarding. Okay, good stuff. Let's run the after takeoff checklist. Landing gears up, APU is off, and sleds and flaps are up. After takeoff checklist is completed, and we are on our way to Philadelphia. Enjoy, guys. Hello folks, welcome back. We are approaching Philadelphia, and this is actually take 2 of my landing. The first one did not work out at all. I got massive performance issues. It was like a slideshow with 1 frame every 2 seconds, something like that, so it was really unusable. I've changed a couple of settings, now hoping that it's a bit smoother, and as I've mentioned in the beginning, running a slightly changed setup now, it takes a bit of time to get the settings straight, to get the best performance out of the computer. But yeah, let's get to talk about the approach a little bit. Weather has changed in the meantime. Let's pull up Navigraph. Yeah, this is 1 day later, in case you're seeing this somewhere here on the on the Asus. So I'm recording now on a different day, but we have a departure Atus Romeo, arrival 27 right. Weather 270 at 23, gust 28. So it's quite windy down there. Good visibility, broken 6,009 degrees, 2945. And yeah, so that's the plan. Runway 27 right is this one. We will vacate to the right on Kilo 4 or Kilo 5, likely Kilo 4 I would assume. And we're flying the Jim's arrival, coming from Briggs, Jim's, and then on this right hand turn to McCord. And then on vectors, and eventually align ourselves with the ILS for 27 right. So that's at least the plan. Let's hope this all works out as we are hoping for. So first of all, let's set the altimeters. I'm a bit late on that. 2945. Very low altimeters indeed. 4.5, just like that, and then we will keep descending as well. Yeah, you can see the aircraft is drawing it direct to the next waypoint, which is not really the case. Typically vectors would technically go on forever. There's no real end to that, but yeah, anyhow, it looks fairly alright. For the landing, I have... where is it? Landing. Yeah, so that's the data we have. I think wind was now to 4 even, wasn't it? 260 at 24. Yeah, so that's quite a bit. We will do a flap 5 landing, just because last time we did a flap 4, so today we fly flap 5, see how this works out. And then we will add quite a bit of knots to the final approach speed to cater for that wind. So we will add 12 knots. 12 knots to the approach, which is 151 if my math is correct. Should be, yes, 151. It's going to be the final approach speed. Right, auto brake medium is selected. Yeah, so this time the ILS frequencies and also the course loaded automatically, although the distance is wrong. But other than that, the data is okay. So let's see if this maybe works out quite okay this time. It's a bit zoomed in. Then we can also run some checklists, descent checklists. Lights and seatbelt signs, but I think I forgot the seatbelts. Yeah, let's also go sterile. Now we are at 10,000, so those are coming on as well. Okay, so lights and seatbelt signs are set. Altimeters are set to 2945, at least on my side. Let's check the other side in just a second. Auto brake is set medium. Captain first officer seatbelts checked and approach briefing is completed. No, that's not set to 9er. How do I even... Icing conditions. So this seems to be working really well. It always opens automatically once it detects icing, which I think is the correct way it should do it. So fairly happy with that. 29er 4 5 set over here as well. Right, let's keep on going down to 5,000 maybe. Flight level change. And let's see, I believe at so Martin we want to be 3,000, which is over here. But then we still have a bit of way to fly there. Cool, heading to the clouds now. That's actually quite nice. Yeah, so clouds don't look that good because I'm only running at medium settings right now. I really still need to fine-tune everything to make everything look crisp and nice. But I do need more time to do that. Right, then I would say we will take the approach nice and slow just because of the gusting winds. So I do want to do a fair bit of manual flying there to get used to the aircraft, to feel the aircraft, how it behaves in the winds. Let's see how this works out. I see this, so LNAV is really not spot on. Biggest reason why I'm not flying online with this aircraft. Okay, and so we don't have an altitude target. No, we don't. That's 5 miles. Okay. Let's just go as low as 3,000 and we should be fine. Right. And I'm really hoping FPS don't drop too much when we get down there. I've disabled the static AI traffic as well, just to be very sure that we save every frame we can possibly save. Alright, 1,000 to go. We have the airport in sight. That's a good sign for sure. And I think... No, I'm gonna take the final turn, then we can switch to the localizer. Also, I need to slow down a bit. Flap extension is 230, then it's 215, 200, okay. Right, let's try the following. We go to heading, we switch around to the localizer, back to nav. Localizer is captured straight away. Sweet, approach. And let's go flap 1, but let's do this from the wing view. Okay, that's the localizer, I guess. Right. Okay, 215 for the next one, which is now... And it's 200. How far do we have to go? 13 miles. Okay, we can stay at flap 2 for a little bit here. This feels like a pretty narrow window for flap 2. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, it's a pretty tight band here. Alright, let's set up the taxi lights already. So we are early on that. Airport is straight ahead. I would expect it to be a lot more bumpy at 35 knots of wind, but I'm not even sure what I have for the turbulence settings. So the question is, do we want to use the HUD or not? I tend to say no this time, because visibility is pretty nice. Then again, it really helps. Let's use it. Okay. Okay, 9 miles. miles. I have a really odd feeling that we are not capturing the glide slope here. Let's go flap 3. Ah, there's the glide, okay. Dropping the gear. Yeah, I don't get the green dot speed, so flap 4 is 180, but the speed is at 179, which makes very little sense. Let's slow down a bit more. Flap 4, and then we do have a very early config, which is absolutely fine. Checking the speeds again, 139, 151 we set. Flaps 5. 6 miles to go, very early. Okay, checklist. Before landing checklist, flight attendants are notified landing gear is down, 3 green, flaps are positioned 5, landing lights are on, before landing checklist is completed. So let's do some flying, shall we? Auto throttle. Sorry, that was me. Okay, and my aircraft. Like this, okay. So luckily it's hardly any crosswind, which is nice. It's really just straight in, and the wind makes us go super slow. So now we have a ground speed of 124, which is right around here, 124. That's super slow. Nice and slow, so it's gonna be a long final. Really long final, sometimes look around. Yeah, unfortunately on medium settings the sim is really not looking the best. But as promised, I will try to sort of make it look a bit better for future flights. Like the flight director is not really helpful, it's pointing too low for sure. Feels like we are right on profile, heading for the runway. Okay, so let's switch the flight director off, which does not even work on the HUD, never mind. Covers, now it's looking better. Coming in a bit fast. Continue. Ooh, the sound is turning weird. Not sure if you can hear that. And come on. Yeah, touchdown. Was that a bounce? Are we still flying? I'm not sure. I think we are. No, we are not. Wow, that feels really weird. Okay, that's a lot of braking action. I'll forward manual braking. Right, where's my high speed exit? I think it's coming up right here. Okay, interesting. Really interesting. I wasn't quite sure if we were down on the ground there. That felt a bit odd. That felt really odd. We can actually go to the right here. It shortens our taxi a little bit. Alrighty guys, FPS are okay-ish, which was my biggest concern, so I'm happy with this. Let's do some cleanup. Flaps are coming up. Landing lights, strobes, just like that. Now we need, I need to look at charts real quick. We're going for Delta Pier, so entrance Kilo 3 or Kilo 2 would be nice. Let's find a stand. Delta whatever 8. Yeah, I don't know. Right, so this is Kilo 3. We have stand Delta 8, so Kilo 3 is fine for us. We can take this entrance. Let's quickly start up the APU as well. Then Delta 8 is there. Nice, okay. Let's quickly run the after landing checks. Lights are set as required, flaps are up, trim is, yeah, it says 4 up and centered, now it's 5.1. We can leave it at that, and APU started. So that's okay. Right, taxi lights. Nice, I think it's the first time for us being to Philadelphia on the channel. Always nice to have a first. Delta 8. Okay, looks like GSX is set up for Delta 8 Bravo, which is fine for me. Okay, here we are. Sweet parking brake, and what order? I think we kill the engines. Like that. Then we need to stop this hydraulic pump. Beacons are coming off. I think that's that on the overhead, should be at least. Ground services, cones, wheel shocks, GPU, and we will ask for a deboarding. Right. Shutdown checklist. Transponders off. Oh, it's not yet. We will do this in a second. Shocks and brakes are set. Engines are off. Hydraulic pump 3 alphas off. Checklist completed. Just doing the transponder real quick. Stand by. And is that jetway noise? That's super annoying. Okay, Okay, open the doors, and this shall complete our flight. Maybe I should also use the GPU. Does it work automatically? I hope so. Okay, maybe not. That seems to be a bug. Okay, so I guess power will die in just a second. Anyhow, we have successfully made it to Philadelphia, guys. Yeah, quite okay. I hope the higher resolution makes a difference for you guys. As mentioned in the beginning, let me know in the comments down below if it does, or if it doesn't, then I'm also aware of that. And yeah, for the aircraft, I still really like it from the outside. I think we will now give it a bit more time to get some updates, get a bit more advanced. And as I've promised, in the meantime, I will bring a bit more P3D and also long haul action to you guys during the next couple of weeks. Very much looking forward to that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in as always. And yeah, I shall see you on the next flight. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.